What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Magic Square Heavy Gunner, or their version of a Legend Scale Brawl. So this was sent to me by Matt Parsformer. I actually hung out with him at TFCon. We had a really good time, and he was nice enough to let me borrow this and one other guy, which we're going to take a look at their version of Swindle. But let's take a look at this. I'm going to start in vehicle mode because most reviews that have come out already have gone from robot to vehicle. So I'll just give you the pleasure of giving you the other transformation, but pretty nice looking tank mode. Some yellow paint here for the headlights. He's already applied a Decepticon logo there, so that doesn't come with it. Got some guns on the side of the turret. Tank treads there. Here's the back. It's a little uncleanly back there, but it does look good. Now, this one didn't come with the rear-mounted gun, so I guess that comes with a different figure. I'll have to check with him and see, but overall, a really pretty good-looking tank. There are no wheels or anything at the bottom, so you can just kind of push it around, but it doesn't actually roll. The turret can rotate around. It can go up to there, down to there. It does come with an accessory, this little gray plastic gun. This will go here, and now you can have that look. I think that actually looks pretty nice. Overall, it's a pretty good looking tank mode. And just to give you a sense of scale, there it is next to the New Age version of the Optimus Prime trailer and roller. And it's a pretty large tank, wider than the trailer, but overall, you know, nice size here for Brawl. All right, now let's get him transformed into his robot mode. It is a tricky transformation. There's some frustrating parts. Go ahead and take this off, set that aside. And we'll start with the side pieces here. These are going to open up. They are tricky to actually get detached. So we're going to open up here, and that's going to fold out. Like I mentioned, there's a couple tabs that are tricky to get out. We're going to come to the bottom here. You can unpeg the rear legs from each other right here. And we're going to take care of all of this. It's a little bit of a mess. So open up this knee. So it ends up like this. We're going to open up this panel right here. And then open up this smaller panel underneath. We're going to take this panel here. You can fold the foot outwards. There's a little teeny panel inside the foot. I'm going to fold that out. It's very small. All right, fold that all the way out. Then we're going to take this and deal with all of this. So pull the tank tread down. Oops, and I pulled it too far. It's just on a peg here. You can just put it back on. Rotate this. We're going to fold this tiny little panel forward and then down into that tank tread. This is going to come around to the other side and fold up and end up sitting on the other side just like that. So it kind of collapses inside. Straighten this out. This is going to come up like this. Make sure this panel is folded in. Bring this down, and actually we have this wrong. Pull this out, and it came off again. Tab this back in the other way. This whole panel is on a slider, so you're going to slide this up, just like that. And then you can bring this down. This is actually slid up a little bit. I mentioned the whole thing is a little bit of a pain. But this panel is what holds it in, so you're going to tab that panel in right there. And that's basically one leg done. So I'll do the other one. I'm going to do that off camera, and we'll be right back. All right, now that we have the legs transformed, we'll take care of the upper body here. So we're going to pull the arms away. They're just tabbed into the sides here. So pull those away. And they're also tabbed in here. So bring those down. Come to the inside here. We're going to fold out this head panel, and it's a little tricky to get in there, but we want to fold out the head. This panel is on a little slider, so you want to slide it out. It's like really subtle, but it slides out just like a millimeter, not much. Take this panel, this is going to fold inwards. We're going to take the chest pieces here. These are going to come around, and there's two little tabs on the side of here. They're going to plug into the side of that chest piece. So get those around and tabbed in. We're going to rotate the waist 180 degrees, get that down looking like that. For the arms, we're going to pull down, rotate at the elbow, open up this panel right here, and we're going to rotate the hand out and then put that back. Same with this one, pull that down, rotate, fold this down, rotate this out, and tab that back in. Lastly, we're going to take this backpack piece that's going to sit right there, and then we can take this gun and slide that all the way down. Alright, and there is Heavy Gunner in his robot mode. I forgot to mention, this is the D version, which I think is the this one has a little bit more paint, or different paint than the original, so I don't have the original to compare, but this one does have yellow or orange paint on the eyes and the head crest, red paint here for the face mask. Really no other paint on this guy other than this, which we showed you in the vehicle mode. For articulation, the head can rotate around. It is on a ball joint, so it gets all the way up, all the way down. This panel can lift up a little bit, so it can get a little bit more down. Arms rotate all the way around, out to there. You have a rotation at the bicep. I think it's a single jointed elbow, but it gets you a little bit past 90 degrees just due to the way it's sculpted. You do have a wrist rotation there, but the hands are just single piece. Rotation at the waist, ab crunch is pretty effective. It gets you way down and way back, so that works well. The legs are a little bit tricky because as you rotate forward, it collides with this, so you really, and it's hard to get it out with your finger, so you really have to get this out first. But then you can rotate the leg and it gets a really high kick. But you just have to make sure you rotate that out of the way, or you probably will break this hip skirt, which rotates with the hip. I do like the design of those. I like the idea of that. I just don't like that it collides so easily. Out to the side on friction. Not much back on this. Rotation at the thigh around a universal. You have a double jointed knee, gets you the full bend. This can be a little bit on the loose side, so I just wanted to mention that while we're here. So as you're manipulating, it looks a little off if you leave it like that, so you just want to push it forward. So it looks like that. Ankle tilt out to there, and no back and forth on that. But as far as accessories, you do get the blaster here, done in just a gray plastic, sculpted nicely, but pretty plain, but there you go. That works. Only other thing you get here is the foot, which probably should have shown you the combined mode, but I didn't do it. So there is some like base mode things you can do, but I'm not going to do it here. But there's the ankle tilt, toe tilt, gets you up to there, down to there. So pretty nice foot piece here overall. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the New Age Optimus Prime. Comes in just a bit shorter than this version of Optimus, but there you go for a sense of scale. So final recommendations on the Magic Square Heavy Gunner. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. It's a hesitant 4 out of 5, but I'm going to give it to them. The robot mode does really look good. It has some really nice articulation, as you can see here in this pose. The vehicle mode also looks really good. They really covered up everything. There's no, gaps or panels or anything sticking out. But where Magic Square, falls down, and it's pretty much every time, is their materials. Their materials just don't feel good. Transformation feels like you're going to break it as you're transforming it. And that's not something that I really enjoy. New Age has really perfected their hardware and their materials to the point where it just feels superior. Now, this product performs just fine, right? You saw that I have it in vehicle mode and robot mode, it's fine, but it's just the feel of it, right? And that's what holds me back from becoming a really big fan of Magic Square. Now, if they could upgrade their materials ever so slightly and just make it a little bit better, I think they could be a true contender to New Age. But if New Age were to make Combaticons, which they're probably going to do, those are more than likely going to be better than these. So that's kind of where Magic Square kind of stands for me. Is like, hey, if New Age hasn't made it, then Magic Square is the second best option. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Matt Partsformer for sending this for a review, and we'll see you next time.